Hi everyone, welcome back to the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center. I'm Go Local News editor Kate Nagel. Thanks for tuning in this 4 o'clock news and politics hour. We're getting a lot more local with ways you can give this holiday season. David Caprio, CEO of Children's Friend, thank you for coming into the studio.
Thank you, Kate. Thanks for having me.
I appreciate your coming back. We've had you on before to talk about the work that you do. And this holiday season, the Spirit of Giving holiday drive with Children's Friend really has an ambitious goal to reach thousands of children. Talk with us about this endeavor.
We do. We have our largest goal yet based on the need that we see out in the community. So our goal this year, with the help of generous donors, is to reach 1,600 families, and that's over 5,000 children that we want to help during this winter holiday season.
So tell us a little bit about the nuts and bolts, how these families are identified, and how people who are watching can give.
Sure. So at Children's Friend, we work with children and families who fall into 3 different categories. Children who are involved in the child welfare system, maybe victims of abuse or neglect. Children who lack permanency in their lives, so they may be waiting adoption or in foster care. But by far, the vast majority of the kids that we serve at our agency are kids who are living in poverty. They're born into families who have low incomes. And so at this holiday season, whether it's Hanukkah, which we're in now, or Christmas, or any other holiday that's celebrated at this time, we want to get these kids to have some new gifts for the holidays. And that could be gifts such as sweaters and jackets. It could also be toys and books and things like that. And so we picked 1,600 of the most needy families that we work with. It's not all the families that we work with. And we try to match them up with generous donors out in the community, whether it be a corporation, an organization, or families who say, hey, I can help out a little bit.
Now, lots of service organizations try to help out around the holiday season. Talk a little bit about this if folks are thinking of giving. Do you know the needs of these particular families? So if a donor is interested, you say, this one has a child of a such age, or is this a blanket call for anything for children between the ages of 2 and 20?
No, this is much more targeted and much more specific.
Okay.
So these are families that we know. Our workers, they may be in our Head Start program. We may be in some of our home visiting programs. So our workers know them. The other thing is we know that these families aren't getting help anywhere else.
Okay.
So, they're not part of a church organization that might be sponsoring them or have connections to another group. So these are families who probably aren't going to get help otherwise. And so what we do is we sit down, our workers sit down with the parents, the mom or the dad or both, and say, hey, what sizes are your children? What can we do? And these are younger kids. These are all kids under 16 years of age. Most of them are much younger. And you'll see on the wish list when a family calls up and says, I want to adopt a family. You'll see, 3 or 4 items for each of those kids. I have 2 boys, and my wife, we get a family that has 2 girls, so that she can do some shopping for little girls, which is what she wants to do. And you'll see items on there, and we ask for all new items. So this is really special for the kids. It may be the only time of the year that some of these kids get new items, and that's what it's about. So families can pick those items. They bring them into Children's Friend, and our workers will get them out to the family, and the family can wrap or whatever they would do to get them to their children.
That was my question. Wrapped or unwrapped, does it matter?
It's usually unwrapped because a lot of the times families want to help wrap and present the way they do. But obviously we'll take, we also respect what our donors are doing for us, so whatever's easier, but it's usually easier to bring it in unwrapped. We also have many organizations that donate wrapping paper for us, so we can also bring out wrapping paper to the families.
So as folks are watching here and they're thinking of ways to give this season, is it just reaching out to Children's Friend and saying, how can I get involved? Do you say, we've got this family for you? Or, do you get the family? Do you get a child? As you said, it's really about that matching.
It's really about matching. So,
Okay.
There's some organizations, some offices might say, hey, instead of exchanging gifts, why don't we adopt a family this year? They'll call Children's Friend and say, hey, there's 10 of us in the office. We can support a family with 3 or 4 children. Maybe somebody who calls and says, I can only take a family that has 1 child, or I can only sponsor 1 child, out of that family. And we match all that up. We work the logistics of that to make sure we meet the donor's need. And it's really about whatever you can do. There are some people who do gift drives and toy drives and things like that, and then we spread those things out. But the majority of this is about trying to find sponsors for 1,600 families. We have just over 1,000 sponsors, so we have about 600 more to go.
Okay.
In just a few more weeks. So we're really hoping we get some sponsors that step forward to take these 600 families.
If you're watching right now, does that end up happening a lot that you get the companies, you do get those offices that try to think of ways to give?
Absolutely, and usually when you have a company, an organization, they're the ones who come back year after year. So they're the ones who've already taken the first 1,000 families because they're planning early. Now it's really the individual families and individual donors who are coming forward and saying, you know what, I just did some shopping for my kids, and you know what, I have some resources. I want to help a family who might not otherwise have something. And we're not talking about a lot of money. You can buy a lot of gifts for $50.
And let's talk too, a lot of times folks talk about how folks are really getting in the spirit of giving. You see a large uptick, obviously, during the holiday season, again, for these families in needs, and then focusing on the children. But let's look into 2019. Let's look at the lay of the land of Rhode Island, because, again, these organizations say, we're still here January, February,
Absolutely.
March, all throughout the year, especially those cold winter months when help is needed most of all. So folks are watching here, again, maybe might think of ways getting involved with Children's Friend, or might have already given. What would you like folks to know that Children's Friend has on its plate looking ahead through the rest of the year as ways to give back?
Yeah, absolutely. So the need, kids are with us all year long, so the holidays is an important time to help out and take a stress off the family. But obviously these kids and families need support all year long. While we're doing new gifts for the holidays, we also have clothing closets that we stock all year long. So someone who maybe, you have a child who's outgrown their clothes or lightly used clothes that haven't been used much and you want to donate those to a family, you can bring them into Children's Friend. And, I can assure you they will get out to a family in need throughout the year. That can be winter clothes, it can be spring clothes, summer clothes, things like that. And obviously also, being aware of the issues going on, right? Obviously poverty is a huge issue in our community. The opioid crisis, splitting up families, making it unsafe for kids sometimes to be at home. And also, the continued dysfunction in our child welfare system. We have a child welfare system in Rhode Island that continues to struggle, and that puts kids at risk. So we all need to take responsibility for that and really stay aware of that and advocate properly.
Well, I have a feeling I'll probably see you up at the State House as well in the new year, David. But glad you could come in here, tell folks about ways to give back through Children's Friend to help families identified. And again, if you call up, they can tell you which family, they can say that we've got an 8-year-old girl or a 10-year-old sister, and tell you to go out there. So you've got that guidance. So you're not at the store and be like, oh, what should I get? You can really think about how to help a child in need. As you're thinking about your holiday needs, your holiday parties, there are those here less fortunate that could use your assistance. And again, with a target of 1,600 families, let's help meet that goal. David Caprio with Children's Friend.
Kate, thank you
so much for taking the time to come in here. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back here in the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center.